Very good morning, dear students. Children, as you know that we have already started chapter number 15 in our yesterday's video where you have got introduction about the chapter that we are going to learn the properties of air in this chapter, right? So let us see forward today and we start with the text part of the chapter. Let us see what we are going to learn in this chapter today. The first thing that we will learn is we are going to learn about the story of a woodcutter. We will discuss think and tell, and also we will see page number 139 to 141. So my dear kids, chapter number 15, blow hot, blow cold. Today I am going to start with the recap of yesterday's video where you have seen that we use air. We blow air from our mouth to sometimes cool down the things, for blowing the candle, right? For blowing balloon, for playing instruments, musical instruments. Yes, it means there are many places where we need air to do the work. So here also I am going to present before you a very nice story of a woodcutter. How this woodcutter was handling with the situation that he has to face in the forest. So before starting this story, children, I would first like you all to know that this story was written by Dr. Zakir Hussain. He is the person who has written this story of a woodcutter. Zakir Hussain Khan was actually an Indian economist and politician, and he served as the third president of India from 13th May 1967 until his death. And on 3rd May 1969, he previously served as a governor of Bihar from 1957 to 1962 and as a vice president of India from 1962 to 1967. So, this is really very great personality. He was from Hyderabad and died in 1969. And children, you know, in Indian statesmen, he was the first Muslim to hold the largely ceremonial position of President of India. And really, his fostering of secularism was really criticized by some Muslim activists, but he keep on working for the goods of our country. So, in the honor of this man, I would like to tell you he is the great person who has written this story. And what you will learn in this story? In this story, I will tell you about a woodcutter and a man called Balishte. Children, you know, this man called Mia Balishte, he is actually an imaginary man which is not present in actual life. But why this man has put in this story? Just to create the excitement regarding the things that you learn in your everyday life, how do you deal with and what questions comes in your mind. So, to give answer for all these things, he is there and Mia Balishte is there to get the query which or for the activities which was done by woodcutter. Right. So let us start the story, children. Yes. So let us learn about this story. In this story, you will learn that there was a woodcutter and every day in the morning he used to go to the forest to cut wood and in the evening he sell those wood in the city. One day he went deep in the forest. It was very cold winter and his fingers were becoming numb. So every now and then doing he was actually put down his eggs and bring his hands close to his mouth. Then he would blow hard on them to warm them. So you can understand from here there was a woodcutter who has gone to forest. He has gone deep into the forest and because of very large cold, he was blowing again and again on his hand. Later on what happened? While he was cutting wood actually there was a man Mia Balishte. He was watching him from a corner. And Mia Balishte also saw that the woodcutter kept blowing on his hands. So you know what happened? He started to wonder what all that was about. But he was not understanding and he could not stop himself to ask it to woodcutter. First he was having a thought, maybe woodcutter may not like being asked such questions. But he couldn't stop himself from not asking this thing. So finally Mia Balishti could not help himself. He went hoping to the woodcutter and said, "Hello brother, if you don't mind can I ask you something?" So in that way, first of all, looking to the Mia Balishti, a tiny person, woodcutter was really amazed and amused also. But he hid his smile and said, "Yes, yes, of course, whatever you want." So then Balishte say, "All I want to ask is, why do you blow from your mouth onto your hands?" So woodcutter simply replies to him, "It is too cold and my hands are frozen, so I blow on them to warm them up a little. Then when they cold again, so I warm them again by blowing." So here Balishte thought, he nodded, "Oh ho, so that's it." And he moved off, but he was actually near to him only and watching at him. Children, Balishte thought that there might be something warm air or something coming from his mouth which will help to keep the things warm, do the things warm. Later on, another activity happened. It was afternoon and woodcutter was really thinking for his lunch, so he picked two stones and made a chula. And later on, he lit a fire and put his handi, means his pot, on that where the potatoes were kept to boil. Actually, the wood was so damp, so the woodcutter bent down and he was blowing on the fire to help it burn. Balishte was watching him from a distance. You can see again the woodcutter was blowing air to warm the wood. But Balishte said, "Array!" Then he goes again blowing from his mouth. Does fire come out of his mouth? So Balishte was thinking, how can he blow to the wood also? Is that he can warm up the wood as well? Is there any fire coming out of his mouth? So Balishte was so confused. Later on, he saw that woodcutter that he was feeling hungry, so he just took out a potato very fast from the handi and he tried to eat the potato. But it was too hot, so again he started blowing on it like this. At that time, Mia Balishte was so confused. Array, he's blowing again. He blows and he warmed the thing. So potatoes are already boiled. They are very hot. And after blowing few more foo-foos on it, so it will burn. So still the woodcutter was continue doing foo-foos and then he just began to eat. In this situation, Mia Balishte was again so confused. He was very surprised. He just could not stop himself. And again he hopped to the woodcutter, saying, "Hello, brother. If you don't mind, can I ask you again a question?" So woodcutter replied, "Not at all. Ask whatever you want." So Mia Balishti was actually asking him, "In the morning you told me that you blew your hands to warm them up. Now you are blowing on this potato which is already hot. So why do you want to make it hotter?" In that situation, that woodcutter said, "No, no, my little friend, this potato is too hot and I am blowing on it to cool it down." Listening to this, Mia Balishti was completely confused. His face became white, he began to tremble with fear and started to back away. Actually, the woodcutter was a good man. He was telling to him, "What's wrong, man? Mia, are you trembling because the cold? But Mia Baliste kept on going backward, and when he was safe distance, he said to himself, "What kind of creature is this? Surely he must be a ghost or a jinn. Blow hot, blow cold, with the same breath? It is just not possible." So this is what actually happened. There are something which just cannot be, but they are. So these are the expressions of Mia Balishti. But children, from this story, there are some questions you should think about it. What are they? First of all, do you know why is woodcutter blowing his hand? We have already seen that woodcutter said because it was very cold, so he was blowing his hand to warm it up. Later on in the picture, there was a question. Now again, woodcutter is blowing to fire. What was happening? So this was the second question to Mia Balishti. Ki again he is blowing air. So what is happening? Later on, woodcutter is blowing to the hot potatoes also. These are all questions which came into the mind of Mia Balishti, and by knowing the answer, he was thinking, oh ho, perhaps woodcutter is not an ordinary man, he may be a ghost or a jinn who does all his work by blowing. So, children, do you also think that this is something what that is like he is a ghost or jinn? Or do you want to know why was woodcutter doing so? He was trying to warm his hands and cool the potatoes. Do you know how this was happen? When we blow into cool things, the air from the mouth is comparatively hot and transfer that heat to the cold thing. So that is why making that thing hot, right? And when we blow onto hot things, the air we blow has less heat comparatively, and the heat from the thing is transferred to the air, making the thing cool. So this is the reason, children, why the woodcutter was blowing air to warm his hand and blowing air to burn the wood and to cool down the potatoes. Later on, there are some questions. Mia Balishti was actually confused and he saw the woodcutter blowing on his cold hand. Now it is up to you. Have you ever warmed your hands in winter by blowing on them? When it is very cold. Children, it is very cold already going on. It is a winter season. You also might have blown your hands. Blowing hard from your mouth onto your hands, how did you find the air from your mouth as compared to the air around? Was it hotter or cooler? And also you think about put your hands at some distance from your mouth and blow again. Does the air from your mouth feel warm? Let me answer this question to you. We have warmed, even at least I have warmed my hands in winter by blowing on them when they are cold and it feels quite comfortable. And second question was that blow hard from your mouth onto your hands. How did you find the air from your mouth as compared to the air around? So when I blow hard from my mouth onto my hands, the air from my mouth feels hotter as compared to the air around. Now put your hands at some distance from your mouth and then blow again. Does the air from your mouth feel warm? Children, when hands are put at some distance from the mouth, the air blown from the mouth does not feel much warm. It is because the air travels some distance and gets mixed up with the air around. So that is why we should keep it closer to the mouth, then only you can feel the warmth of that air. So what we have learned today, we have learned the story of Mia Balishti in this chapter, and we have learned that when the object is cold, by blowing air and by blowing the air from our mouth which is comparatively hot, we can make those things hot or warm. And when the object is already warm, so we can blow air which is comparatively less hotter than that of those objects, so we can make the things we can cool down the things. So, in this way, air has the property to cool and warm the objects. Today, your assignment that you should read page number 139 to 141, and we will see the next part in the next video or class. Till that time, feel free to ask if you have any query. Complete your assignment and stay safe, stay home, enjoy online schooling. Thank you, everyone.